perceived in the realm?
She's produced a legitimate heir. That's enough to be positive in most of these societies.
Well, I
Wait,
want to be. Well, let's look at Game of Thrones. I know, Eric, you probably don't have much experience here, right? You're the one who hasn't seen it at all. But
Nope.
Catelyn Stark was well known for her hospitality. She always followed the rules of hospitality
Yeah,
to
I
the
like
letter.
that. I like that.
I'm not saying that she needs to be Catelyn Stark, but Catelyn was well known for that. Cersei Lannister is known for being absolutely treacherous. She literally is like, "Don't worry, you can trust me," and then just walks up to the next person and is like, "I'm gonna betray that guy over there. You want in?"
So hard.
But yeah, if you feel like she doesn't have anything special going on about her, that's fine. How is she perceived in the realm?
I think just kind of neutrally.
Okay. What does she look like? Eleanor Stonewall?
Yes.
Alright,
Well,
name
maybe
one
she's not.
ambition.
To see
I want her
her,
to have something good, like
see her son rule the house and expand it to greater glory.
yeah.
Alright. Name one mannerism.
A twitch with her eye whenever one of the bastards is around or gets mentioned.
Yep, she's probably twitching all the time. Describe one virtue and one flaw.
gosh.
Of her?
Yep.
Yeah, I like that she's good with hospitality.
And
I like
her
that.
flaw?
Flaw that
Mm,
I was gonna say quick temper, but that doesn't really go with having good hospitality. Hmm.
I'm trying to look for a list of flaws because I'm like, want to come up with
Maybe
one, but
she's weak-willed. Right? Her
No,
husband's like a dominating dude.
she lies a lot. She
She
tells
lies a
stories.
lot?
Like
Okay.
yeah, she makes stuff up.
He
Like
is a
she just
liar. Okay, that's all we need to do with house creation for now. I'm gonna tell you the next part, but we won't be using it yet. Every month, you will be able to participate in the House Fortunes roll. We'll make it all together. You can do it once a month, but if you don't want to do it, you have to do it once every 3 months. So if you feel like House Fortunes might not turn out well for you, you can put it off to once every 3 months. Or if you really want to do it, you can do it once a month.
So,
You guys don't have
where's
bad
the
fortune.
table for House Fortune?
House Fortunes is on 154. And what you are rolling is, let's see here. It is a status test from the steward or acting steward. So that would be the noble lord. So it would be 4d6 plus 4. So on average, you're going to be looking at what? 11, 15, 19, which would be a curse. But yeah, you're in the mid range of House Fortunes, basically.
And how do we improve House Fortunes?
You either buy things that would give increases to House Fortunes, or you increase the status of your house.
Okay.
Make them more.
And these decline, blessing, growth, and curse are
Yeah, they do exactly what you think they would do.
the same thing as in the creation one? Okay.
All right.
mm,
So, because it's going to be important to the starting storyline, I would like to explain a few things. Players can donate 200 gold dragons to their house to increase their wealth resource by 1. All right. Keep that in mind for a second. You can spend 2 wealth resources to sponsor a tournament, a local tournament, and 2 more as the prize. And the starting storyline I would like to have is Jackson Stonewall asking you guys to go out to another tournament, try to make some money, seal some trade deals, improve the house's wealth so that they can host a tournament themselves. Why do you want to host a tournament? Because when you have tournaments, you increase your house's influence. So,
Okay.
make money, money becomes wealth, wealth becomes tournaments, tournaments become influence, influence means your house is on the rise.
All right. Sounds good. I like that.
So that is, I'm giving you guys that because that's the start.
Also, influence can be exchanged for law.
Yes.
And is it the 2 wealth to make a tournament? That's a permanent loss, right? Like you take that out to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Mm.
And where was the wealth thing again?
All right. So what's the next step now?
We're making characters.
Yeah.
We're probably going to get partially into it and then take a break.
Sounds good.
So don't delve too deep.
Are there character sheets here for Song of Ice and Fire? I think there are, right? In Roll20?
There are not in Roll20. There are autofill ones you can pick up from Green Ronin that are actually fairly decent.
I got one that's really good, but the language bit is broken, I think, on that.
Yeah, we're actually going to skip past languages. The way they handle language is absolutely awful.
Okay.
The amount of points you have to put into languages to make them any sort of both read and writing triples your character.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The fact you can't do anything.
Okay.
All right, so character creation starts on page 56. So, you have your noble house. Now it's time to make character concepts.
Page 56, you said?
Yeah.
That's a handsome young squire.
So, you either roll or pick your age to start with.
I have to see the options. Or what is the roll?
What is the
I
effects of age?
Be a young adult.
Age is pretty severe. It's a 3d6 roll to determine random age. The younger you are, the more free destiny points you have to spend, but probably the worse your character is. The more old you are, probably the worse you are physically, the better you are mentally, but more importantly, you'll have more destiny points, but they'll all be spent into things.
You'll have a lot more experience points, like whatever, a bit more points to spend, like for character creation if you're older as well.
So destiny points determine things like your feat choices in Pathfinder. But free destiny points allow you to alter the way the world works and avoid death. Like if you're being stabbed in the face or you're caught in an explosion and you die, you can spend a destiny point to be like, actually, I survived. Or you can use a destiny point to, when you enter into an intrigue, basically force the other person to agree with you. And just be like, no, this must happen for this reason. You can also use destiny points to cancel other people's destiny points.
I kind of want to be a young adult.
For example, if
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna go
wanted
with
to
young
be a anointed knight, is that something possible given our
Yes.
standing?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You would have to have come from elsewhere, right? Because you would have to have been anointed at a septon. But, or a sept, sorry. Yeah.
I would like to be the squire that night if it's cool.
So no matter what, you're going to have to absolutely be younger than him.
Yeah, I want to be a 15-year-old maybe squire, like a young adult.
Okay?
So probably like 25, 26 sounds
Okay, so
about
you're
the
an
right
adult.
age
All right.
for a knight.
And that's for 26, that'd be adult?
Yep.
Okay. I'll be an adult as well. So basically, Anash is the squire to the bastard-wielding bastard son.
Oh, yes, I'll be the
Eric is
best
playing.
son. Yeah.
What kind of character did...
So there's actually how you... They have a list of what you call people from each region. What is the Vale name?
Oh, yeah, because your last name
It'll
is...
probably be, Stone or something.
Yeah.
I think it's Stone.
Or, what's it called? Something of the Moon?
Yeah, Mountains of the Moon.
I think it's the yeah. I am the Riverlands. It's rivers. Um,
You know
trying to remember.
nothing, Jon Snow.
Sand is the one. Yeah, sand is from Dawn.
Bastard.
Oh, it's taking me so long to find this. Can't believe how long it's taking. It's probably under flaws, which is why it's taking forever to find.
Oh, is there a penalty?
I mean, you can't inherit and all that stuff. Bastard born,
Yeah.
you take -1d on all -1 dice on all persuasion tests when interacting with characters and status. You are from the Vale. Your name is Stone. Okay. So,
Yes,
what's your
Stone.
first name, Stone?
Michael.
Michael Stone. Anash, you are a young adult squire. What's your name?
Yes, Hendrix.
Hendrix. Got a last name Hendrix? Or are you just, you're from a lowborn family, you don't have a second name?
I don't know. I could be just like Hendrix of Stonewall. Yeah, I wouldn't have a last
Stonewall.
name.
Okay.
Yeah, Hendrix of Stonewall.
Alright. Anybody else got their character picked out yet?
I have the loose idea still, but I'm not sure about my name yet. I want to see a little bit more character
Okay, well,
creation
let's talk
before.
about age and possibly archetype. You don't have to pick an archetype. You can custom build a character.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
kind of want a custom build. I think that's the best way.
Alright.
So, like, Anointed Knight is an archetype.
Yeah, so Anointed Knight, it's a job, but it's also a stat that you can pull up. It's like pre-made stats. And you can work around it. So on the PDF, Anointed Knight is like the
Yeah, I see him. He's 38.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's just what they generally assume that you should have. Oh, look, he comes with a bastard sword.
Yeah.
Wow, 5+1B. He's actually pretty good with it. Really good with it. Kai. I know you've had a lot of different thoughts going around here, buddy.
I'm going to the Master at Arms of the house, which just means like garrison leader of the forces usually.
All right. How old are you?
I'm adult.
Oh, you're adult master. At
26.
Arms. And your name is
Shane.
Shane. Kurama?
I'm still. What page am I looking at? Because I'm looking around.
So after you pick your age, you also get your status.
Yeah, let's see. I had it at 4, but because that would be the normal thing, but I think that's too high.
None of you can ever
I still do want to do young adult, but I'm looking at the what's after that.
So 3 is the highest status you guys can attain right now.
It's supposed to be 4, but should it be 3 or 2?
3 is the highest you can possibly have. You can't be better than the leader of the house.
But so if I wanted to be a maester,
yeah, you could be a maester. Sure.
Starting status would be 4.
Yes, because you're not actually part of this house.
Okay. Not sure yet, though.
So how old do you want to be?
Because you can't be maesters. You'd be old, right? Because you'd studied.
You can be a young maester, but yes, older is better.
I like the idea of being a young maester, actually, like inexperienced, but training in the art of particularly.
So how young? Like young adult or adult?
Young adult to adult. I'm thinking young adult.
Okay, young adult maester. So you haven't really forged too many chains there.
No, I'm just getting started.
All right.
That's why I
your name?
felt like starting status. I still need more time for the name.
Okay. So let's look at starting status. I'm keeping records for myself. Let's see. Kai, you said you were 3. I'm almost certainly going to be 4. Anash, I think your status is kind of picked for you there.
Yeah, what is my status?
You're a 3.
3, okay.
Well,
I think you would also be a 3.
I would be a 3, yeah.
Michael Stone. Yeah, you guys are actually pretty fame. People are all about
that. Looks like I have to mess with the thing for Anointed Knight because they start out as status 4.
Yeah, we'll work around it.
Yeah.
Let me think about this one. You're not technically in airship line, right? You can't inherit because you're a bastard, so you could be status 4. And maybe he keeps you around just because he wants, you know, someone of your... It sounds like people may shit on Jackson Stonewall, but he keeps around pretty famous people in his court who are at least his equals. So I think he might be more clever than you guys give him credit for. He has a bastard anointed knight who's at least as famous as he is. So, just saying.
Yeah.
You guys have kind of picked your roles here for the most part.
Yep.
Background. You have to roll for the. Oh no, you get to pick it.
What page?
Page 63.
62.
You come up with one moment it has shaped your life. One for each age category above youth, if you would like. You don't have to roll for them, but you should be aware of what they are.
Yeah, you fought or.
Yeah, I know what it could be. Do you have to pick from the list, or is it just like anything?
You can come up with them. You don't have to pick from the list.
Like for my guy, I think it's maybe he was a page and he saw Rhaegar Targaryen, you know, winning a tournament, and that kind of like influenced him to want to be
Interesting.
like a great knight.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of knights who talk about that kind of shit in Game of Thrones specifically. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. What would be a appropriate one for an anointed knight?
I really feel like mine has to be something that have
fought
to do
or
with...
involved in a battle. So significant battle. He was part of it.
You were saying, Krama?
I really want it to be something having to do with disease and people dying around me that I can't help.
Okay.
Like when I'm young and I'm like seeing other people die, that kind of thing.
Wasn't there a plague in the house? No.
It's too long.
That was alternate timeline house.
Plus, it was probably too long ago anyway.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of idea I have for a background event is caught in a plague but lived through it. But you know, with that mindset that everybody else is dying and I can't help them.
Okay. All right. Guy?
Yeah. I'm thinking more like I almost like was growing up the streets, almost died of like hunger, and the family like saved me almost. So I've been like dedicated to them for most of my life because of that.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys can come up with additional events for each category you have, but let's save that for the break. What goals do you guys have for your characters? Something to fit the campaign will be fun to play. Something you specifically are working for, not the party.
So, I don't know what's sort of in the cards in this universe here.
There's a table there for you, just in case you need some motivation or you just want to roll it out.
Is it
Power,
a goal?
wealth, justice, revenge, security, love, knowledge, fame, mastery.
I think
Legend.
he's wants mastery of the sword.
Mastery? Okay. So, Hendrix wants fame.
Mm-hmm.
Michael wants mastery. Sword. Shane, do you have a goal?
Yeah, let's see. It was security. Yeah, for the goal, security. Yeah.
What kind of security?
It's just like I really
Like
feel like
personal or for the house? Are you like no one will
whatever
ever hurt me like I was hurt?
Mainly for myself because I was been worried constantly about myself, mainly about myself. But I also worry about the security of the house. Just as not really though.
Yeah.
I'm dedicated, but.
Drama, does your maester have a goal?
No,
Be the very best.
probably actually I was originally thinking knowledge, but most likely skill.
He wants them
And healing.
to forge those links.
If that's like an alternate.
You want knowledge and mastery. Yeah, you want knowledge and mastery. So basically everything every maester wants.
Not so much like knowledge of everything, but just knowledge of healing.
Specific things. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Healing is a separate thing altogether, yeah.
What is your motivation? Why do you want this gold? It should be specific and tied to a signature event in your background.
My motivation for Shane is duty.
Okay. Makes sense.
I think excellence. So
Also makes sense. Hendrix?
Sorry, we're on goal or are we on? Sorry, motivation. And where have I lost? What page is it in total? Have I lost it? 63. Yeah. Okay. Motivation. Well, yeah, I think his might be due. Excellence, actually, I think.
Okay. In that you are much like your master. Kroama?
So motivations like charity, duty, fear. I was originally thinking charity, but it's not really so much that I can give to everybody. Like not giving money away so much as. Is it charitable to give away?
Well, you're
like,
spending your time, right? And your skills.
Yeah,
that you've had
okay.
hard-earned.
So it'd be charity then.
That. I mean, I don't know that maesters are paid, right? They basically live. They're prepaid. Like you buy a maester for life, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
And you don't pay the maester. You pay the what do they call it? The council.
Okay.
Yeah. They bought you, and they got you young. That's probably why you're so cheap. Each character must have a virtue and a vice. So you don't have to use these charts if you don't want to, but you do need something good and bad about them that is well known.
Alright, yeah, Shane's, let's see, virtue is devoted. It's like, yeah. And then his vice is cruel.
Hendrix is he's courageous. And his
Also,
vice, I think, could be he's ambitious.
Arthur,
Yo.
is Chrome too an outlandish name? Like being named Chrome?
Nope.
Okay.
So like chrome, like the metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Maester Chrome.
I think Michael will be courageous and wrathful.
Frugality.
Maester Chrome, what are your virtues and vices?
I'm looking at
frugality there.
No, I'm looking at a huge list, and that's just apparently one that came up as a virtue. I want to say hopeful.
Hopeful, okay.
For virtue.
One day we can defeat this disease.
Mm-hmm. Exact thought. List of vices. I haven't figured out a vice yet.
Is Maester Chrome bald? If so, can we call it a Chrome Dome?
So I'll have to think about it still.
Alright, we'll come up with a vice leader for that. Abilities. So this is where you guys are going to be doing a lot of specific work.
Arthur,
So, like,
Now, what's interesting is you can take the pre-built characters and work backwards from there.
So yeah, I want
Like
to lower
minus-
a couple of things to 1, if it's okay with you.
You have a couple of whats?
Things that like to lower to 1.
Oh, you want to lower your abilities to 1
Yeah.
to get more XP. You're sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I thought about it.
Which ones would you like to lower to 1?
Thievery and healing. Because he's a young guy, he doesn't really know much about healing. He's not
So,
very
so like you see someone with an arm broken off, you're like, oh shoot, what do I do? Like, what do I do?
Yeah, I have no clue about yeah.
You start moving it around, trying to figure out how to fix it.
Yeah. And thievery, because I want him to be like kind of honorable. He wants to be like.
Healing even a...
It's an ability.
Thievery is an ability, but healing isn't.
I think
Healing is an ability.
No.
Yeah.
I saw it on the list when I went
It's
out.
on this character sheet. Yeah.
It's it's not an ability. I'm not sure where you're getting.
On the
Oh, it's on
The
the
abilities are agility, awareness, cunning, endurance, fighting, knowledge, language, persuasion, status, survival, thievery, and will.
I saw it
Oh,
on.
it says
whatever.
all other abilities. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's on the character sheet download from Green Road, and
Okay,
that's why
yeah.
it's
I guess you can put them to one. That gives you 100 extra experience.
50. Put what to them? Because it gives 50 per each.
Yes, gives 50
Okay.
per each.
I don't want to. I wanted to say naive at first for advice, but I don't like the idea of not being able to be mean if necessary. No, that's appropriate. I go with naive.
Is a vice? Okay.
In terms of like, um, I don't expect people to backstab me as
Okay.
much.
Yeah. Okay.
Fall into things easier.
as a maester. That sounds cool.
I'm a
A
maester of one
naive
thing.
maester.
That's probably why I'm a
There's
maester.
some
is 'cause I'm
guys
good at
literally
one
like, you can trust me. Don't worry, I won't backstab you. 10 minutes later, he
So-
backstabs you, and then he's like, don't worry, that was just a one-time thing. Let me tell you about this new investment deal I have.
thing. Alright.
All right, so I'm trying to find how you, if you decrease one, how you add it to something else.
When you drop from, it's on page 66. It tells you how much experience it takes to move from one ability to the next.
66.
So to get it to 3, it's 10, and then after 3, everyone is 30 to spend to get it up.
Okay.
Everything starts at 2. To get to 3 is 10, and then to 4 would be another 20. Another 30, sorry. And to 5 would be another 30.
Sorry. Okay.
So, for example, if he is to make him more in line with the fact that our Lord is rank 3, if I dropped his rank down, our Lord is rank 4. If, in order to make sense for the house, I wanted to drop his rank down to 3. That would give me 30 experience points to spend somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm confused a little bit about that. All others. What are the others?
It's basically if you don't touch anything, because everything is default to if you don't touch anything, then you don't.
I mean, what's
it
the
just
list
says
of
it.
all others?
I
Is there a
don't
list?
know.
Is it? Green Ronin has a character sheet you guys can
Yes.
download. It's a editable one.
Can you put it in Skype chat?
Yeah, sure. Let me see if I've got a blank one. Because I've been messing with them a lot.
I don't know. I'm just wanted to see the all the list of.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm
it was at the
looking
top
at
of this
index.
PDF. I think. So what page am I on now? I'm on page 70.
Hang on, I'm gonna share it. Like if you put your age in, it tells you everything as well. Like it's quite good.
Page 73 has all of the abilities. Like animal handling,
Okay, thank you.
healing.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Abilities.
Let me give you
and
guys this character sheet. Yeah, okay.
So I think that we should probably take a break around now.
Mhm.
Alright.
Everyone good for that? And when we come back, we'll work on finishing up character creation.
All right, so how long the break?
Probably 7 or 8 minutes. Everyone good with that?
Works good.
Alright.
All right, we'll be back in 7 to 8 minutes, guys, for some more